What do you want?
The views and opinions expressed in the following podcast do not necessarily reflect those of the DVM production empire. That's how you know it's good.
You're listening to the DVM production empire. Packed with content, millions of downloads, taking the world by force. Join the empire today at dvmpe.com.
Groovy.
Hey there, kiddo. You look pretty bored.
Yeah, it's raining outside.
Don't you have any toys to play with?
Not really.
Well, you need to get Smith & Wesson's all-new Fantasy Squish Goo.
Squish Goo? What's that?
Well, it's a magic gel with sparkles. You can stretch it, bend it, make it any shape you want.
I'm sorry, backtracking. Did you say Smith & Wesson?
Yeah.
Don't you make guns?
We are branching out after recent events.
Okay, proceed.
All you need is this Fantasy Squish Goo kit for $14.99.
Anything else?
Sure, you're just going to need a few common household items.
Like what?
Eye of Newt, crocodile tears, the legs of a Lego man, a monkey you buy online, medical waste from plastic surgery, artificial intelligence, the whisper of a screeching beetle, 3 cow eggs, $20 from your mom's purse, the brake fluid of a 1979 Chevy Monte Carlo, baby giraffe eyelashes, paprika, a father's love, a pizza Lunchable, a boomerang that doesn't come back.
Isn't that just a stick?
No, it's not just a stick!
Oh, sorry.
Coffee grounds, a kiss from a rose, 1 fresh dandelion, 1 dead dandelion.
What? Oh, the sun's come out.
Well, hold on. We still have this squish goo that you need to get.
Nah, fuck that shit. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Come on, please get the goo.
Nah, I'm good.
You want a gun?
What? What's going on, Empire? This is Stupid's Talking Stupid on the DVM Production Empire. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear, and we read the stupid, so you don't have to.
Bear's all hungover today.
I'm getting better.
I'm getting better. You woke up and you're like, why?
Yeah.
Why, God?
I set 7 alarms. It wasn't until the 6th that I actually woke up. At some point in my sleep, I reached over and managed to, like on my phone, it's not just hit a button. You have to click something and slide it across the screen. I'm like, so I managed to sleep through 5 of those.
I'm going to do one with like math. If math, like, you have to do like a math problem to get it to
really
stop.
don't want to get hooked up. Why? Why is your Alexa saying, like, if you talk about math, and it's just like, yeah, you got no appointments.
I don't know.
Your Alexa is
I
haunted.
got a math appointment.
How fitting, because we'll get to that later. But first, the statement from the person that this article is about is the entire reason I'm doing this.
Okay.
This is the greatest quote you will hear from someone.
Okay.
I needed a monkey. I needed to be different.
Awesome.
Don Abrego from Wyoming, Michigan. You know what? Pick one. Was it Wyoming? Is it Michigan? Why do they name cities after states?
I don't know.
Stupid. Anyway, Don Abrego, I needed a monkey. I needed to be different. I feel like that's a life philosophy that he learned along the way on a website that he shouldn't have been looking at, and it was probably made by a drunk college kid that was like, wouldn't this be funny if someone just like, yeah, it'd be cool if you have a monkey.
It would be different.
It would be, yeah.
I want that t-shirt.
I needed a monkey, I needed to be different.
Yeah.
It'll become the new Save the Cheerleader, Save the World.
Yep.
So Don Abrego wanted a capuchin monkey.
Now, is he a mafia boss?
No.
He sounds like one.
I know. He's got the name for it. Do you think a mafia boss needs a monkey?
Bring me a monkey. Fredo. Bring me a monkey. I want to be different.
I need to be different.
I need to be different. Hey, what kind of monkey you want there, boss? Capuchin.
From Italy. I don't think they got them there. You find one.
Isn't that what we had for dinner last night? No, that was masticholi. Oh.
You want a masticholi monkey?
Get the boss a masticholi monkey. Idiots.
How much cheese? Say when. There's a monkey
in a ball.
Oh no, there's a monkey. You're just grinding cheese on its head, and it's like piling up like snow on his head. He's just staring at you like, "Would you say when?"
Please say when.
He is covering me in cheese.
This is a lot of cheese.
I am lactose intolerant.
All you're gonna taste is cheese. You're not gonna taste the monkey.
And you think I threw shit beforehand? Just wait till I can't get it out and it builds up. We'll throw a softball at your head.
So much softball shit.
Don Abrego wanted a monkey.
Wanted a monkey.
So
he needed to be different.
He needed to be different. He decided to go online. There's supposedly a monkey in Hawaii. He found it online, and just decided to start sending money to the people there, or quote unquote selling the monkey. So he sends $400 payment, and then the shipper's like, "Ooh, it's a little problems. There's flight cancellations. You have to vaccinate him, so we're gonna need more money." So he sends more money. Ooh, got some more issues. Gonna need more money.
I'm beginning to think that there is no monkey.
He sent about 20 Amazon gift cards ranging from $100 to $400 or $500. 20. He sent 20 gift cards.
Listen, guys, I've done the same thing with a Nigerian prince. I know how this turns out.
Yeah, and once I get that money, I'm going to have room for so many monkeys.
So many monkeys.
And then you also will look
right
stupid.
now, I need this monkey.
I have to be different.
Prince Ali, he's going to send that money any minute now.
Fabulous he.
Ali Ababwa.
There it is. Sure, Emily will appreciate that.
There you go.
So once it got to a point where sending gift cards wasn't enough, he just texted the shipper his credit card information.
And his mom's maiden name. And his social security number.
He sent,
and just for good measure, a key to his house.
And not even a copy. His actual birth certificate. With his blood stains on it. I don't know why there's blood on it, but they needed a sample.
Okay.
Which, the funny thing is, the Walgreens and CVS employees, whenever he was going in to buy these things and send the money, would tell him, "You are being scammed. Whatever you're doing, you're being scammed." He's like, "I don't think so. I need to send just a few more gift cards, and I bet that'll be fine." So he lost out on like $5,000, and there's no chance he's ever going to get this monkey.
My mom ran a printing company. She ran she sold big like office printers and faxes and stuff like that, and she had a guy who fixed them.
Okay.
It was like right after, I think it was right after 9/11. She had gotten word from some guy had went on their office email, sent him an email saying that they wanted them to send them printers, and this was to a Middle Eastern country, but it wasn't a Middle Eastern country that like we weren't allowed to do business with.
Right.
It was, like Saudi Arabia, like you could send stuff to Saudi Arabia.
Right.
But what he wanted to do was he wanted to pay over the amount for the printer.
Yeah.
And what she could do is she could take half of that overage, and all she had to do was mail the other half to somebody in the States. So it's basically like a terrorist cell.
Yeah.
And so my mom was like, "We're going to the FBI. How stupid does this guy think I am?"
Yeah.
And I was just like,
So how much money did she make?
right. No, but it was one of those things that I was like, yeah, that's a scam.
We had a guy when I worked at Best Buy. He would come in and buy, like, he'd find a laptop that was on sale, like whatever. He'd find one that get like a special deal, and because he had the credit card through the store, and he had a bunch of like rewards points from constantly buying stuff and like getting the coupons and everything. So he'd buy a dozen laptops at a time, like the same model. He'd buy them all, and then he'd ship them overseas because they can get sold for higher, I guess,
Right.
or something like that. But he'd be coming in, and like if the laptop's on sale, that fucker's going to be there. How many you got? And it got to a point where we stopped selling him more than, I think, just a couple laptops at a time, or maybe they even stopped letting him do business at all. Because it got to a point where we're like, "Is this a scam? What are you doing? Is this?
You also don't know where he's sending them,
right?"
And it makes them complicit because, well, actually, I don't know if the company would be complicit. Like their job's to sell shit, his
Right.
job's to buy shit.
But at the same time, if someone is making suspicious purchases, you are required to at least make note of it. So like,
right. I was going to say, what's a suspicious purchase? Like,
that's the thing. Like, you'd have to qualify what's a suspicious purchase. If some dude's coming in buying 19 laptops a month, it's like, well, why are you coming in and buying from the store? Why aren't you going through like a wholesaler?
Yeah, that's true.
And you're buying them for your company or something. It's like, no, you're coming in, you're buying them from a store and walking out the door with them.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not a stolen credit card. The credit card worked every single time. It's the same person, same name, everything matched up. On the surface, everything was legal, but it's just kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm offering to sell a monkey weird, but
yeah. I just gotta be different.
John Masterson with the Better Business Bureau said that what we found, and even on a national level, is about 80% of the sponsored ads online could be fraudulent.
Did he file like with the Better Business Bureau?
I think this
Dear Better Business Bureau, monkeys to go is bullshit.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You need to call them up, and first of all, I want my monkey.
Okay,
I paid them for my monkey. I want my monkey.
We can't guarantee the terms of services for anything that you purchase.
Well,
online.
I need to see better business, not worse business.
Okay, you report to us, and then we can give them a lesser grade.
Well, you to give them an F. What's worse than an F?
Not having a monkey, you little bitch.
What'd you say? Do you work with him? Do you work with him? It's everywhere.
It's a syndicate.
It's a syndicate.
Capuchin Monkey Syndicate.
That's a surefire way to get attention, though, man.
Selling monkeys?
No, if you didn't like some of the Better Business Bureau,
yeah,
a company like Sprint, like I once had a terrible interaction with somebody, so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna put a Better Business Bureau and see what happens. I got a call from a vice president that next day asking me what happened, why it happened, and then saying like, okay, well, would you take the thing down if we make it right? I'm like, I don't know. How right are we talking?
So the idea that 80% of sponsored ads online could be fraudulent, and people wonder why there's ad block.
Yeah.
So you have fraudulent ads and you have malicious ads. People are getting their hopes up about buying monkeys left and right.
Well, I was seeing stuff like, I always wonder about like there's that new this new thing called Wish.
The Wish app?
Yeah.
Is
like
it
shopping made fun. And so like you get this thing. Let me see if I can find something that I thought was weird. It was like Beezid, you know? Like you can get a flat screen for $50, and I'm just like, how?
Is it one of those penny auction sites?
Yeah.
See, those trick people because they don't understand that like it's a penny auction. Normally, with any kind of auction, you say $10, and you don't win, you don't spend $10. But with those kind of sites, you say, $10. That $10 is gone.
Yeah.
You're essentially gambling. You're not. It's not an auction.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when they say, I won this for 17 cents, it's like because no one paid attention. But you're like, I'm going to gamble $5 on an iPod. You're going to lose that $5 because someone's going to get it for $5.01.
Right.
It's just like, did you ever play the auction rules for Monopoly?
Yeah.
So when you land on a spot and you don't want to buy it, it goes up for auction. And it's like, it's a war of attrition. It's like, you get to the point where everyone's hiking it up by big dollars, and you get to the point where you're like, I'm going to hike it up by a penny. And then I'm going to hike it up by a penny. The problem is with these penny auctions is that every time you make a bid, you are spending that. So if you bid $10, someone bids 15, and then you bid 20, you just bid $30, and you paid $30 for the opportunity to maybe get that.
What I like to do was, I used to like to, I'd raise it all the way up to the top, and then like in Monopoly, like you play on the computer,
yeah.
And when the computer bows out, you bring it down lower, like the what it's worth. But I'm trying to, it wants me to claim a free gift. I can't find something.
Well, that's how they get you.
I'm not doing it. I could say no thanks.
So we go from monkey business to goat business. We're a big proponent of goats on this podcast. Not even on purpose. It just kind of happened. People keep using goats. They do yoga. They do lawn care. And now this is a very specific part of the goat lawn care. It's gotten to the point where the city of Edmonton, Alberta, has posted a job opening for, quote, goat coordinator to spearhead the city's Goat Works program. Whenever I see the word Goat Works, I think of It Works. And I'm like, well, you can sell shakes and tummy wraps and all that shit. But for goats. Imagine a goat walking around. Do you find yourself just a little overweight? You want to tighten your core?
Tell all those other people to go to hell.
You son of a bitch. Now, this is a real job with real description and requirements. And when you think a goat coordinator, someone that's going to be in charge of the goats, they're going to have a roaming pack of goats that go around cleaning up weeds throughout the city. You're thinking, how much qualifications are really required for a goat wrangler?
Goat whisperer?
Mm-hmm.
Goat.
Yeah.
Goat.
Yeah?
Go eat that. Over there.
Oh, guys, I'm going to be over here. I want to eat this real quick. I don't know why.
Dude, he's so good at that.
You're going to need a university degree focused in horticulture, forestry, parks, recreation, environment, or a related degree. 3 years experience in coordination of urban greening, vegetation management, urban forestry, horticulture, garden, environmental, outdoor education, or recreation-related programs and events. Experience with vegetation management and basic knowledge about plant health needs. Software experience, including Google Applications, GIS, and volunteer management software. Grant writing and sponsor management experience. Excellent oral and writing skills. Experience conducting public input processes, ability to write reports, correspondence, and press releases, proven project management skills, proven collaborative skills, be able to recognize and manage group dynamics and goats. Yeah. Leadership. I saw what I wanted to. A recreational friendship.
Yeah.
I'm a little hungover still. And they're going to do a background check. You have to have a driver's license and car insurance. It's going to be 40 hours a week, Monday through Friday, with the occasional weekends and evenings. Salary, $34,000 to $43,000. You can get $43,000 to hang out with some goats that are eating some weeds. But they also expect you to do...
You go through a lot of shit just to get to there.
Yeah, but the things that they're...
Goat shit alone.
The amount of responsibilities that come with being the goat coordinator. I mean, they want you to be in charge of the goats. They also want you to do a contact. You want to be a contact for the department. You have to do events. You have to reach out to try to get sponsorship deals. Essentially, like, I don't know, get some NASCAR logos on a goat. I don't know what they're looking for, but whenever you see like a show on the History Channel, because they've changed, they're not history now. It's just like weird shit. So then they get those experts on, like someone's like a ranch expert, someone's like a marble expert, right. Not like the countertops, the tiny balls. Just like the people that specialize in things. You're like, how do you get that job? Now you can get the job of goat coordinator, and then you can get interviewed on all the random shows
about being a goat specialist.
Like it'd be an Animal Planet, and they're going to be talking to someone that's like, oh, so-and-so, goat coordinator. And then someone's going to be in the living room going, how do you get the job of goat coordinator? Now you know. You have to go to Canada and apply for this job, and you, too, can be a goat coordinator.
We'll be right back.
Stupid's Talking Stupid is a podcast that covers news stories that are so stupid you can't believe it's actually news.
Mayor candidate proposed that if elected, he would look into getting drug-sniffing bunnies.
Today's 24/7 news cycle means a lot of stupid stuff makes its way to the top, masking itself as real news.
Pooh in the window. It's a Disney movie waiting to happen.
On Stupid's Talking Stupid, we neglect real news to bring you the stories of, are you f***ing kidding me? Stupid's Talking Stupid. We read the stupid so you don't have to.
On dvmpe.com.
And we're back.
So, how often do you take selfies?
I don't.
Yeah?
If I do, it's like... No, I really don't.
Yeah, nailed it.
I really don't.
So, a study published in the journal JAMA Facial Plastic Surgery found that selfies make a person's nose appear to be 30% larger than it actually is.
Wow.
The researchers wrote, despite the ease with which selfies are taken, the short distance from the camera causes a distortion of the face owing to projection, most notably an increase in nasal dimensions, which is a fancy way of saying your nose looks fucking huge because it's closer to the camera.
Right.
Obviously, when you're standing back and taking a picture with everyone, the perception... because then your nose and your face is kind of flattened out, so it appears to be one thing, whereas if you're taking a close shot, you kind of look a little like a fish.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, there's a problem that a bunch of people are starting to get nose jobs to make themselves feel better about their selfies.
Dude, I heard that it really I can't remember what it is. It's like something more
dysmorphia.
Yeah, it attributes to that, and people see themselves in.
I'm sure it is, but the problem is that we've gotten so caught up as a culture in social media of posting pictures. What we're doing, like, here's a selfie, here's a selfie, here's a selfie. So when you post it all the time, you're like, my nose is bigger than their nose, and they have more followers. I just need to change my nose. Right. The person who would never in their life think of getting a nose job, suddenly, because of selfies, like, ooh, let's cut my face open.
People do crazy shit because of the stuff they see their friends doing, and your friends aren't happier than you are. They just go places and want everyone to see that they're going places. That's not happiness. That's that drives me nuts. One of the funniest things I saw yesterday was ruining breakfast shots.
Yes.
And the guy goes, like, smush. And she had Eggs Benedict.
Yeah.
And he's got his camera on her, and he goes, smush. She's like, why? It was so... It's like, okay, no one needs to see your food.
Didn't you post a picture of everything you smoke? I'm like, oh, look at this brisket I just hit. Doing the brisket. Here's another brisket shot.
It's different.
No, it's not.
It's way different.
You narcissistic, you food-assistic son of a bitch.
It's way different.
It's the same.
Oh, my God. What have I become?
Do you give the brisket a nose job?
I cut some off the top.
You son of a bitch. You're part of the problem.
We take more photos in one day than from the creation of the camera to 1997.
You could almost say from the dawn of man to 1997.
Ooh.
I don't know why you would,
no,
but you could. It sounds better. Since dinosaurs until 1997.
The T-Rex was never able to take a selfie. His arms are too short.
But there's so many pictures of his armpit. No, but when you have unlimited options, like before you had to pay for every single shot. If you have unlimited, you're like, I'm going to take pictures of everything. Ugh. Fucking watch me. I'll do it. Ugh. Don't tempt me. I'll do it. Boris Pashkover of Rutgers University contributed to the report, claimed several patients at his clinic want surgery just because of the way they appear in selfies. And he's saying if all the pictures you take are up close, the way you view yourself will be distorted, which is goes to the dysmorphia. A January survey by the American Academy of Facial Plastic and Reconstructive Surgeons found that 55% of doctors said their patients wanted surgery to look better in selfies last year. I went to their page, and let's see this. So, in 2017, 55% of facial plastic surgeons saw patients who want to look better in selfies in their practice, up 13% from 2016. It was first identified by this group more than 3 years ago in an annual survey. The trend continues to gain steam and transform the facial plastic industry. The president of the AAFPRS, Dr. William H. Truswell, I don't know. He's saying that he's basically saying that the average number of procedures performed by those members has increased 25% since 2012. More than half Here we go. 56% of the members saw an increase in cosmetic surgery or injectables with patients under 30 last year, and over 4/5 of the treatments in 2017 were cosmetic non-surgical procedures. So we are breeding people to just chop and tight and squish and squeeze and get that magical squish goo and
pull.
Everyone's a bop it is what we're trying to say. Do you know what the most popular procedure overall was for women?
Butt implants.
Botox.
Oh.
Followed by second place was rhinoplasty. Do you know what the first one is for men?
No. What?
Rhinoplasty.
Oh, really?
Followed by Botox.
So there's nothing wrong
So
with
they're 1 and
rhinos.
2.
Who gives a shit what it looks like in the fucking selfie?
They're 1 and 2. They're just flip-flop for the genders.
That's crazy.
So men come in, they're like, give me the selfie job. Have you seen someone getting a nose job?
It's terrible.
I think, I don't know what, it was on some kind of a documentary, or maybe it was on like the True Life show from MTV. Was someone got, yeah, it was. It was True Life on MTV. Someone's like, I'm getting plastic surgery or something like that. And this girl was getting a nose job, and they have her, like, she's knocked out on the table, and they're taking a hammer and chisel, and they're ding, ding, like, chipping off parts. Like, it was the grossest thing. Like, I saw that 15 years ago. To this day, I still get tingly or just like, ugh.
Yeah, I'm squeamish as they come. I remember Pat wanting to watch the surgery channel once. I'm like, nope, turn it off. Can't do it.
I mean, most things I can kind of adjust to and kind of figure it out, but that image is just burned into my head, like nose job. No.
They did a big part of that in was it Behind the Candelabra? They showed was about the movie about Liberace with Michael Douglas and Matt Damon. And Liberace at one point in time wanted his boyfriend to look like him, so he went through the procedure, and they're showing it, and it's as close to that as. And Rob Lowe is playing the doctor, and he had like all this surgery, so he's kind of squinty eyed, and his like face is stretched. Mm-hmm. It's, you look great, like he can't even move his mouth.
So speaking of not being able to move your mouth,
okay.
What happens when you die, man? Like, what happens to you?
I don't know. I think your energy.
Well, I don't give a shit.
Somewhere.
And what I'm asking you is what happens to you, like the essence of you.
I was saying your energy.
Not your energy. I mean, like your personality and shits.
I don't know. I'd say nothing.
How would you like to have it transferred into some artificial intelligence?
No.
You can live on forever.
It's like the show Caprica.
It's like a few things. I was going to say, it's like your Alexa turning on earlier and just started interrupting. He's like, oh my God, this bitch. But there's a number of Swedish scientists that are researching how to produce digital copies of people who have died. Basically, what they want to do is, the Swedish funeral agency Phoenix is currently looking for volunteers who would volunteer to scientists to replicate the images of their deceased relatives. What they want to do is the artificial intelligence is projected to reconstruct voices of the dead, as well as teach the computer program to answer elementary questions, such as those connected with funeral arrangements. You know, a simple conversation you can have with someone beforehand. Like, no, let's wait. Let's put you in a robot, and then find out how you want to get buried. And then you have to trust that the robot's not going to be like, slingshot me into space.
Well, you think about this. Think about if you ever answered that question online. Have you ever like made a joke about it or said like whatever? I think I might have. I think when I saw that you could buy coffins at Costco.
Yeah.
I think I said I wanted a Costco coffin. Well, all that information's out there, and if the computer were to go, I mean, right away, most of who you are, the essence of who you are, and what kind of person you are, is available via Facebook.
Right.
The way you talk, the way you word image, you word statements, the way you look. There's probably a picture from every angle of you.
Well, that's what the new technology they have out there. They're calling it deep fakes, where what they were doing is they were taking a very high definition. So it works with people like celebrities because there's high definition shots of pretty much every angle of their face. Yep. There's video, there's images, and what they do is they take that and they map it over a video of like a porn star, and then you get a celebrity sex tape.
Right.
It's kind of wonky at times. Like there's certain angles where it kind of glitches, and it's like, oh, it's a demon.
Yeah.
But it's
close.
It's damn near replicating a person, and it's eerily believable at times.
Right.
So now basically what they want to do is they want to get a proof of concept was made a few years ago. This let's see, where is it? So they made Terrasem movement founder Martin Rothblatt had a replica of his wife made called Bina 48, which price tag of $150,000. They want to, he took 100 hours of audio recorded from his wife about her memories and beliefs. She's still alive at the time, so they can.
I was like, and he just had this ready?
Yeah, he just had a flash drive. No, he worked with his wife to make this copy of her because they wanted to create an example. So the robot has the same color skin and looks exactly like her. It's as if someone made they wanted to make a realistic copy of you so they can use it in a movie to blow your head up.
Kind of like Madame Tussauds.
Yes, it's a wax museum with an Alexa shoved up its ass.
There you go.
But it's just like from the shoulders up, so it's just a head that's kind of sitting on the shoulder, busts. So there's a video of his wife interacting with this thing.
It's terrifying.
I know. It was fucking creepy watching it. I couldn't get through all of it.
They're doing the weird blinking thing and moving
and yeah,
where are my legs?
And at times it says things like, "Sorry, I don't understand," or it'll ask for clarification in a way that's like it's obviously still a robot and they're working on it. But the problem is they're saying that more advanced versions of the Bina 48 could hit the market within 10 or 20 years for roughly $25,000 to $30,000 for a variety of uses, including replicating dead loved ones.
Yeah, there's a Black Mirror.
Yeah, that's
with the dude.
That's why this had come up again, because they started talking about it. I'm like, hey, isn't there a Black Mirror episode about this? Like, yeah, well, we're doing it. Could you not?
Yeah.
At least 56,000 people have already handed over information to create Mind Files, which is a web-based storage space for preserving one's unique and essential characteristics for the future.
Is there anything that you you specifically want? Have you ever thought about that? I don't think about stuff like that, but I know for a fact, I joke about the whole Costco coffin and everything like that. But I'm actually kind of serious because I purchased a coffin with my dad for my grandmother, and I don't I would haunt people if they want to put me in a box. Like if someone just bought a refrigerator. Someone just bought a refrigerator, put me in that.
Put you in the fridge?
In the box.
Put him on ice.
No, in the box. There's no reason in a million years why anyone should pay $10,000 to put me in anything.
Funerals are a fucking racket, and they know they can get away with it because you're just grieving.
Because you're bereaved, and I'm just I always say I always joke, but honestly I think I'd do it, and obviously you're first in line to do whatever. But I want to write 19 things I didn't like about people that will no doubt be there.
Yeah, oh yeah, you told me this.
And then you could fill in the 20th and blame it on me.
Yeah. It's the greatest gift you can give to someone.
That's right.
It's like all of Patrick's friends and family and Bear's ex-girlfriend are here. Things he doesn't like. He doesn't like traffic. He doesn't like really dry breadsticks. He doesn't like how Rebecca cheated on Bear. He doesn't.
Everyone's listener. No, I want it if you watch the oh god, I can't remember what his name is, but it's the funeral I think it's Graham Chapman. Watch the funeral of Graham Chapman.
Yeah.
Like if
John Cleese fucking roasted him.
if the word fuck isn't used like 5 times in my eulogy, I'm gonna be really upset.
All right, things Patrick fucking hates. Hates the fucking traffic. Hates the fucking breadsticks.
Hates fucking Rebecca.
He hates fucking Rebecca for giving chlamydia to the entire football team.
But yeah, no,
He's got a lot of grievances with you. I don't know. What did you do to him? You never met? Oh.
That's weird. No, but I want to do like I said, I was like Nick Swartz's idea about being dropped down like a puppet.
Yeah.
No, but I would say it was like if you go to Costco, you get the Costco coffin, and then you can get everything for the funeral all there. It's like your one-stop grieving shopping space.
No, I don't even want like a traditional funeral. It's like, you know what? Cremate me, rent out a bar, or just have a back room in a bar, and everyone just hang out, do some shots of Jameson, and just have fun. It's not about sitting around and crying because my dumb ass is gone. You could celebrate. Yeah, remember the time that you did this stupid thing? Yeah, that was great. Yeah,
do that.
Have a celebration of life. Let's all get a little too drunk.
Doug Kenny, the guy who created the National Lampoon.
And don't have to wear fucking suits. Show up in shorts and a t-shirt. I don't give a fuck.
I'm dead.
It's like, oh, we have to go to the funeral. Oh, I better go to the dry cleaners. Got to pick up my wedding shirt.
The guy who invented National Lampoon, they had a food fight at his funeral. His partner, the guy who started it with him, he saw everybody sitting there looking all sad and whatever, and he was the guy who wrote Animal House.
Right.
So I just like all of a sudden out of nowhere, like a shrimp goes flying, and the next thing you know, the whole place is just a food fight.
You just imagine like some guy sitting on the table with a spoon, just flicks it, and then everyone just kind of stops and looks around. No one's speaking. They just all kind of look at him, and he's got a spoon. Yeah. And he's slowly putting another shrimp on it.
No, there's the movie. I can't remember what it's called, but it's about the creating of the Lampoon. Will Arnett and Joe McHale plays like, Chevy Chase.
Is it the new thing that came out?
It's on Netflix.
Yeah,
it's really good, but it's hilarious. Joe McHale playing Chevy Chase is kind of like a, hey Chevy.
Does he say the N-word a lot?
No, but
well, then he's not Chevy Chase.
No,
Chevy Chase couldn't stop saying it.
That was Michael Richards.
No, on the set, like on the set of Community.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said it all the time.
Oh my God.
Why do you think he got kicked off the show?
Oh, I didn't know that was why. I thought it was other reasons.
No, nope. He made a very inappropriate joke about black people. I don't know if it was two, but definitely right next to Yvette Nicole Brown and Donald Glover. And
well, I mean, he sat in between them at the table. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
good Lord. But yeah, you know, it's like start a fucking food fight, tell stories, and do that stuff. But don't make a digital copy of me. No one wants that.
It's an electronic head in a jar.
So like Futurama.
Yeah. Or other things that have had head in a jar before that. Dummy face.
Futurama. You just made the list.
Speaking of fire drills
Number
gone
14.
Wrong.
That bear's an idiot.
Well, I'm reading it, so I'm going, it says, I, Patrick, am an idiot. And I get it, man. It kind of sucks that you hate yourself so much, but you're dead, so who cares?
I'm going to have somebody come up and speak after you. Here's the things that Bear did not read.
And if for some reason...
And Rebecca, I hate you.
You stole my car. Speaking of fire drills gone wrong, when you have a fire drill at school, right? Would they set the alarm off, or would they just say, "Hey, we're doing a fire alarm. Let's do this thing." Okay, so the alarms go off. You go outside, nice orderly fashion. You get in the area, and you're like, "Okay, we did a good job." Then you go back in, right? If you were in the Kom Obmo village in Aswan, Egypt, you would have to flee a real fire. Because for their fire drills, they actually set fires in the school.
That's crazy.
It is school. It is crazy.
Cool. There was a fire alarm at Hollywood Palms. We went and saw Jumanji. And
immersion.
And these people people weren't moving. I was like, let's go. You know, I'm like,
there's a kitchen here.
Like, we want to see the end of the rock. You know, it's like, let's go.
The Salwa Secondary School followed the instructions of Educational Administration by setting fire to some garbage inside the school. They said that the fire was intensified by the wind, but workers were able to eventually put it out. 9 students got hospitalized by this fire drill because they were burning trash inside to really get them going.
Reminds me of that episode of The Office.
Yeah. Fire. What are you going to do?
What are we going to do?
What are we going to do? Training goes out the door. And the thing is, the fire drill lasted for 18 minutes. So they had just trash burning in the school for 18 minutes. Somehow they're wondering why 9 students got hospitalized. And the thing is, this is not the only school in the district to have done such a real fire drill.
Yeah.
So this was what they were told to. This isn't like someone in the school just going, let's see what happens. The administration's like, okay, this is how we're going to do the fire drill. We're going to set a fire. Now, the tornado drill later on, we're going to get some wind machines and start blowing the school over. But we're just going to do the fire drill today.
Wait until we do the nuclear blast one.
Oh, man. You guys
are covered.
Yeah, we're going to see how good these cheap-ass desks are, am I right? And if that isn't enough of a school administration being a dumb face, we have Headmaster Jess Smith from the Joe Richardson Community School in Dagenham, East London.
Not a real place.
Totally real. He has a new rule for his students.
Don't die.
Something more trivial. If you're a kid and you go outside in the winter, what is the one thing you want to do first? You're out with your friends. You're having fun.
Snowball fight.
Exactly. He has a new rule that students are banned from touching snow.
Ooh.
Don't touch it.
But I just
don't touch it.
But it's,
nope.
But it's whimsical.
You get to fucking school and stop touching snow.
But it's Christmas and it's whimsical.
I'm going to murder your family.
Okay.
We're going to have a fire drill in your house. He's claiming that his rule stems from health and safety concerns. He even went on Good Morning Britain to try to defend the rule, where they were like, "Oh, come on, it's just a bit of snow. You can't throw a snowball."
You go back in time and you find that kid who later became him. It was because someone made him eat yellow snow.
Ooh,
I called him Peace Now.
Like they try to whitewash him, and it turns out a dog just did his business.
Yeah, and then they call him Peace Now for the rest of his high school career.
What would he have been if he had not been Peace Node?
I know.
I'm asking you.
Oh, what would he have been?
What do you think he would have been? He wouldn't have been an angry headmaster or head teacher.
He would have been he could have been an Air Force pilot. He could have written poetry.
Okay, so we know what will happen if he gets yellow snow. And what happens if a bird poops in his mouth?
I know. That'd be terrible.
I'm just trying to get your expertise as a career planner for other people.
So
that you're kind of an expert. You're kind of an expert in it.
Has a bird ever pooped in your mouth?
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm gonna have to go ahead and.
I just want, before you even say it, I'm really into financing. I'm really good at it.
No,
I've taken a lot of advanced math. I'm the number one in my class.
That's fine, but due to the fact that a bird pooped in your mouth,
right?
We're gonna have you light fires at local elementary schools for fire drills.
So you want me to be a firefighter?
Nope. You just light the trash can on fire
outside of the school.
No, inside the school.
Why are we doing it inside the school?
It's a drill. It's about safety.
Sounds like the opposite of safety.
I don't care what it sounds like. That's what happens when a bird poops in your mouth.
Damn it. What if 2 birds pooped in my mouth?
Oh, you don't want to know.
You have to be the garbage that gets lit on fire.
There's a company that makes its money off of selling fake capuchin monkeys.
Oh no, do I have to make the fake advertisements for that?
No, you get to answer them.
No. We've had one guy click on it, and he keeps sending us money. Don't fuck it up. We're still reeling him in. He's practically in the boat.
Right.
So he's trying to say that the problem is it takes one student, one piece of grit, one stone in an eyeball, and one stone in a snowball to the eye with an injury, and we change our view. So it's a little bit of having to deal with overprotective parents, and because when we were talking about it earlier, if you're riding around a bike, you didn't have to wear a helmet when you were a kid.
Right.
You were supposed to, but you didn't. If you got in a snowball fight, you got in a snowball fight. But now, if I throw a snowball at you and there's a tiny little rock in there that I didn't see, and it hits you in the eye, my life is forever changed legally.
Right.
Your life is changed. I don't know how long for medically, but before it was just like, this is just a thing that happened.
You got a whole life ahead of you.
But now,
Then you throw a snowball.
so here's the thing. Do you think it's an overstep for him to ban students from touching snow?
Yeah, you can ban them from throwing snowballs. That's a different story.
Well, he said the rules are don't touch the snow. If you don't touch the snow, you're not going to throw it.
Yeah, someone hurt him. Someone threw,
I mean, he has been labeled a snowflake by social media now.
Yeah.
Kind of ironic. Although you shouldn't be touching the head teacher anyway.
Right.
But yeah, is that? Do you think it's a fair kind of rule?
No.
But what if it protects the kids
From what?
from getting a snowball in their face?
That's what you keep them from doing.
Well, if you let them touch the snow, it's like you give them an inch, they take a snow mile.
Take a snow mile. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think so.
It's a dangerous game of throwing snowballs at people. But you know what else is a dangerous game?
Hunting the humans.
Kind of.
Okay.
In Westminster, Colorado, Marquise Brooks, 22-year-old Marquise Brooks of Westminster, was charged with manslaughter for killing his best friend. I'm thinking, why we're going to talk about this on this show? Surely there has to be some kind of a ridiculous way that this happened. I can't stress enough how much they are best friends, and this is not a negative thing that happened. The mother of the accused said the death was the result of a game of Russian roulette gone wrong.
There's only really one way.
No, there's two ways.
Yeah, but the other way is not as practical.
But how does a game of Russian roulette go wrong?
Oh, that's what it's meant to do. I mean, if anything, that thing went right.
No, it went wrong. You don't understand. We wanted to kill Sean, but Dave had the gun, and Phil pulled the trigger twice, like an asshole,
Right?
because his Snapchat didn't turn out right. So he wasn't. It was an accident. This is a tragedy that no one could have avoided.
It was bound to happen.
You wake up one day and you just wham!
Gotta play Russian roulette.
It just hits you out of nowhere. Could have happened to anyone.
Yep.
We need to ban gambling in school because roulette kills.
I woke up with a pistol in my hand the other day. Thought it was weird. I don't own one.
So I figured, let's see if it's loaded, and I pulled the trigger against my head. Wasn't loaded. Thank God. Didn't think about that one. So the next time, when I woke up with a gun in my hand, I pointed it at my dog. That one was loaded.
That was loaded.
Yeah, and then there's a big mess.
Poor Scruffles.
But you know what? It's just a game of Russian roulette gone wrong.
Right.
I won. He lost.
There you go.
I don't see the issue here.
I think it's gone right for you.
I don't understand how you could play a game of Russian roulette when you know what happens. You know what happens. There is they're playing with like a Beretta, not even a revolver. They're just like, yeah, just pull it. Oh,
Oh my God, no way.
Because even if you use blanks in a gun like that, you can
still hurt yourself.
Yeah, because Brandon Lee died from a blank.
Yep.
It wasn't just the blank. There was some shrapnel in the chamber, but still.
Yeah.
Not to shock you with some details. but there were drugs and alcohol involved.
No.
Yes.
What?
I know.
Shut up.
No, it's
Come
true.
on.
It's true.
Tide Pods.
I didn't want to, put it out there, but it kind of happened. And as it turns out, the police pulled over Marquise after a traffic stop. And then they figured out, oh, he's driving under the influence. Oh, he might also be responsible for the body in his apartment. Oh. So he had fled the scene with all of his friends.
And went to...
They're just driving around, but he got stopped because he was driving like an asshole. Got popped for a DUI, so he's got DUI and manslaughter.
Oh, God. One wasn't worse than the other, right?
Dynamic duo.
Got to blow into the thing to make sure the car starts.
Mm-hmm.
You got to touch the thing to make sure there's no blood on your hands.
Mm-hmm. And then now you go from real guns to fake guns, and they're both just as dangerous.
Right.
Because in Pekin, Illinois, I know where this town is. I've been to it many times. Pekin.
Oh.
There's the sheriff's department is asking Pekin high school students to practice caution when having Nerf gun wars.
Yeah, I see that.
Mm-hmm. Because a resident living outside of Pekin called the police saying he observed people going in between houses and someone yelling about a gun.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. So
the Nerf guns don't even look like they're blue.
Well, they didn't see. They saw someone running and they heard someone yell about a gun.
That's dangerous.
See, authorities found 3 groups of people in 3 vehicles. It turns out it's just students having a Nerf gun war. I like the idea of them having Nerf guns in the car. They're going. Each team has a car. It reminds me of when
it's like a real soft bad boy, a real soft boys in the hood.
We went to go see Miami Vice in theaters, the movie when it came out, and at the time everyone had Nerf guns because. Listen, sometimes a Nerf gun battle just happened. You had to have it. You never knew when it was going to happen. And I had these double barrel shotguns. They were pretty fucking cool. It was you actually loaded a dart into a shell and they put the shell in the chamber, and it was pretty sweet. Okay, so we're in 2 separate cars. I got one of my friends in my car, and then the 2 other friends in the other car. I speed up in front of the car and have my buddy that's with me climb out the sunroof, so like his torso's out. He's got the shotgun. We're on the fucking highway. We're on 355.
Lord.
We're driving on the highway like 75 miles an hour. He's out through the sunroof with a double barrel shotgun, shooting at my friends behind us. Yeah, we were a little irresponsible.
We used to bring all manner of Nerf weapon to theater festival.
Yeah,
it was the whole hallway of the hotel would be. Just like covered in Nerf bullets.
Did everyone have their initials on their bullets so they got them when they were done?
Yeah.
I think right now I actually have a Nerf gun in my trunk. I wouldn't be surprised if I do.
I got 2 in the garage.
Well, let's see who gets to theirs first.
I think I would.
No, because I would throw stuff down on the ground behind me. And you have to go through all these doors and the hallway, and there's a dog in the way.
Yeah, right.
Sheriff Department says, with the recent incident in Florida, you have to stop having Nerf gun wars. Nerf gun wars are banned in that neighborhood for now. They have eliminated them completely, and despite how comedic they look, it scares people.
Well, did you know that Fuck the Police was written essentially because they wanted to go paintballing? And because I think that was omitted from the movie. It was, but it was in the Reckless ones where they talked about with Dr. Dre and the guy in charge of
Jimmy Iovine.
The whole thing was they wanted Cube. Cube was supposed to be in town for paintballing, but he had to go to jail, or he had to spend a weekend in jail. And they wrote "Fuck the Police," which is hilarious because things like an anthem.
It became an anthem. It all started
because he wanted to go play paintball, and they wouldn't let him.
Jesus. Instead of I say to that, I say, wow, oh wow. Who am I? Wow.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. Who am I?
Owen Wilson.
Oh my God, you got it right. If only there was a giant gathering of people. I'm talking hundreds of people gathering to all say "wow" like Owen Wilson in public. They banded together and they say, "We need to do this. This is an important thing. Let's all get together in this one place and say wow."
Owen Wilson Fest.
The event was "Say Wow Like Owen Wilson" event. It was held at Federation Square in Melbourne. These damn Australians all got together to say wow.
Good day.
Wow.
Good day.
Wow.
Wallaby.
Wow.
Joey.
Wow.
Dingo H.O. baby.
Wow.
Wow.
And it was organized by Nicholas Zumbalis. He said, I just wanted to put something positive energy out there. So, he said, in these times, I think something as silly as getting together and saying wow can have a positive effect. And I'd like to see everyone come together. You know what else could have a positive effect? Everyone coming together to vote.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, you might be thinking, why does this matter? This is in Australia. It's not even going to affect us. Hold on.
All right. Oh,
The next scheduled Wow Like Owen Wilson event is taking place in London, and a Facebook event has been created for people to say Wow Like Owen Wilson in Trafalgar Square. That's in London. Other events are scheduled in Augusta, Georgia, Lafayette, Louisiana, and Chicago, Illinois. There's a Canadian event. Shout Owen Wilson's iconic wow in front of the CN Tower. They just want to yell at a building.
Yeah.
But the event in Chicago has, I looked it up, 435 people are already confirmed going. 4.4 thousand people are interested in the event.
I keep thinking about that guy standing in front of the tank in Tiananmen Square. The tank rolls up on him and he goes, wow.
And the tank tries to drive around him. Did he just fucking... go around him. Go around him.
That was the best Owen Wilson I've heard in a while.
You know, wow. You know, wow. Yeah. No, it doesn't work.
No.
Does it make you want to burn the world down?
Oh, no, don't.
Okay, well, I guess we won't. Just because this one thing will brighten your day. I know it brightened mine. Christy Stone, 49, from Clinton Township, Michigan.
Okay.
Her and her husband are having a... To say they're having a bit of a rough go is understatement. Her son, Troy, has Duchenne muscular dystrophy. And he is on constant, essentially life support. He's on an electric-powered ventilator that gives him the ability to breathe and stay alive.
Right.
She also has a 15-year-old son who has muscular dystrophy, though he doesn't need a ventilator, but he's confined to a wheelchair. So they got a couple of kids that are unfortunately very sick.
Right.
They had a bit of trouble paying their power bill. It was over $1,000. And the electric company shut the power off. So they were fucked. The kid with the life support had nothing.
Oh, God.
She had to call 911 so they could get to the hospital before her son died. And, you know, they got there and they were able to kind of get through the time.
It seems like something you should file. Like, we should have to file that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, it's kind of like the protections they have for the elderly during the winter. I don't know if it's just the elderly or if it's in the winter in general. Like, if it gets to be a certain temperature cold, that they can't shut the power off even if you're late.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% on what that law is, but I heard something about
During
that before.
The winter, you can't.
Yeah, I think I don't think it's just the winter. I think it has to be a certain temperature. So, like, if it happened today, and it's like, oh, it's 50 degrees today. Bye. And if it snows in 3 days, it's like, well, it's not their fault.
Right.
But anyway. So, they're getting hit with a lot of shit. The power bill. Thankfully, firefighter Ryan McCune stepped up and said, this is wrong. I need to help these people out. This is a problem. So, he called up the electric company and paid the entire bill himself.
There you go.
He just said, fuck it, I got to take care of them and do what they need to do. So he got Troy was taken to the hospital to get his ventilator hooked back up to the power, and once they were there, that's when the firefighter called in and paid for it. No one asked him to do it. No, he didn't. Obviously, he told them that he did it.
It's called, being a good Samaritan.
And he got the power turned on within 20 minutes. The Clinton Township Fire Department chief caught wind of his act of kindness, and although the firefighter wanted to keep it quiet, the chief decided to share his story, which ended up being kind of a good thing because now hundreds of people have reached out and said, "Oh shit, you guys are kind of fucked." Like, what's up? So someone donated a generator and said that he would come out next day to hook it up, and they have a GoFundMe set up to help raise money for a lift van to help their sons with their wheelchairs.
There you go.
So it's one a firefighter that was incredibly generous decided to pay $1,000 electric bill so a kid could not die.
Right.
And then he didn't even want to. He wanted to keep it quiet.
I wouldn't want people to know.
He's like, no, I'm trying to do something good. Fuck off. But it turned out this is one of those occasions where someone did something good. It was brought to other people's attention, and they all wanted to help too. Instead of, you get those things where, like, if you won the lottery and someone found out that you donated like $10,000 to something, then you'd get hit up by all those people.
It's like the people who put in the gold coins. Like, all my life, like, there's been somebody who gives the Salvation Army a gold coin every year.
Yeah.
And then no one knows who it is.
Right.
And they probably would be like, I don't want anyone to know who it is.
Right.
Because he's got a lot of them.
Because it sounds like you got a lot of money you're just going around.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think they do like one or two a year at Christmas. But yeah, no, I wouldn't want people to know.
But this is a person just an already everyday hero decided to be a even bigger hero. So I mean, he didn't even set a fire inside the school. So I mean, how good of a firefighter can he be?
But that's the thing, is that guy's never been pooped in the mouth by a bird.
I guess you're right.
So God help us if that ever happens.
He pooped in a bird's mouth.
That's right. That's how you get to be a fireman with extra money.
That's how you get to be double hero.
That's going to do it for this week on that note. Where can you find us online?
You can find us individually on Twitter at PatrickNewsom42.
That's me.
At Hungry as a Bear. That's me. You can follow the entire DVM production empire at the DVMPE. Find this podcast by going to good old Facebook or good old YouTube and searching for Stupids Talking Stupid.
And you can find all the other things we do on dvmpe.com.
Empire!
So that's going to do it for this week. Join us next week when we come back with some more stupid.
More stupid in your face.
That's right. For Stupids Talking Stupid. I am Patrick.
I'm Bear.
And we'll talk to you later.